Welcome to what we are calling Session 0. We have some interesting characters who will be joining us, which we will learn more about as we continue.
All
Now,
right.
before we begin, I'm obviously going to state that any sort of accents or any comments that are made are not meant in an offensive manner, and that obviously they're not meant in any derogatory ways either. Saying that, due to the fact that all of us here are adults, or at least physically adults, even if not mentally, because I am a big kid, there will be sort of language used and so forth that could be deemed offensive or triggering. Obviously, everyone here is aware that we are recording these sessions, so everyone is aware that you are being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do, we're just going to explain slightly. So this is going to be very similar to a standard sort of D&D campaign. Obviously, there are some changes that we have, or I have made, along the lines of this campaign, just to spice it up a little bit, change it around a bit, so it's not as bog standard as your D&D. This includes things such as health, which is what we refer to as boosted HP. So it's just calculated slightly differently. This also refers to the carry limit and how we carry items and so forth. So each person will be given a carry limit based on their strength, and from there you will only be able to carry a certain amount of items, rather than having it as a overall this is how much weight you can carry. It will be this is how many items you can carry. Weight will not be an issue. Saying that, currency does not count towards your carry items. And neither do rations.
Okay, very cool.
So, before we jump into this and begin, does anyone have any questions?
Nothing on my part.
I can't think of anything.
No.
How many items can we carry?
It will depend on your strength score.
Okay.
Yes, but how?
So, the amount of items you can carry will be equal to your strength score times 2 plus 3.
Okay.
Yay!
And when I say strength score, I don't mean your strength modifier. I mean your actual strength stat. So if you've got like a 15 in strength, you can carry 33 items.
And then you said plus 3.
Yeah.
Or something.
So times 2 plus 3.
I can carry 35 items. Yay!
Yep.
I forgot to bring my character sheet.
I need to add that.
Yeah, Luke, I have just joined. I'm just putting it on mute because I'm making noise in the background.
That's fine. I was just going to say,
Okay.
the message you sent me, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, cool beans.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So
I also thought if there's room at your Discord server table for another person to play, obviously
we
playing
do
so
have
stats and such, like I could turn around and be here to help him and
We have-
oversee some roles and
we
stuff. But
one space left. So he is more than welcome to join if he wishes to.
well, you wouldn't need it if I'm next to you, would you? You just do it through one phone.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, more than welcome to join. Obviously, this session, I'll just recap for you. This session, I've just explained. Obviously, the health isn't like standard D&D health.
Yep. This is your
When
session 0, is it?
sorry, what was that?
This is your session 0, essentially.
This is yeah. This is our session 0.
Okay.
So I've explained about the health. I've also said obviously that you don't have a weight limit, but you do have a carry limit in turn of items. So your carry limit is your strength score, not the modifier, but the score itself, times by 2 plus 3. So, for example, if your strength score is 15, you can carry 33 items. Currency and rations do not go towards those items, but things like weaponry and armor and loot does classify towards them. Your armor will only count as one item though, so if you have a full set of armor, it is one item. So the next thing we're going to look at quickly is we're just going to have a quick chat with each of the players. We don't need loads of information about who your character is. We will find that out as we journey along with them. We just kind of need, is this like a normal character you would play? And if not, why you chose that type of character? And then from there, we will go on to just set the scene a bit of background story as to where you are and obviously what is going on. And then we will just kind of go from there and start the session and sort of get everyone to the point where we're all starting the quest. So if we just start top of the list, is it pronounced Drogoth?
Yes.
Okay. So Drogoth, tell us, not going into loads of detail, but tell us a little bit about your character.
It's an half orc. I haven't really played a lot of D&D, so I don't really know if it's something I play normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something you're looking forward to playing?
Yes.
Okay. Is it Radel?
Yes.
Okay.
I might not be able to do voices, but Radel is male.
Okay.
So yes, he's a bat person, we'll say. And yes, quite a typical character for me considering.
Okay. Is it pronounced Tuor?
Yes.
Okay.
Tior is he's going to be fun. He's going to be eccentric and very colorful, I guess.
Oh dear God.
Okay. Totu?
Yeah. It is I. Very normal for a character that I'll play. Yeah, it's just usually what I play.
Okay. Zion?
That would be me. Zion definitely isn't really a character that I play usually. However, I do feel like there are going to be like elements of his personality that I'm used to. But I'm excited for him.
Okay. And I'm just gonna call you Spike for the moment because I don't know if that's your character name or if that's just your Discord. Assuming you're probably a little busy at the moment, but if you are able to, they are muted. Okay. So we've got kind of like a mixed bunch here of normal classes and non-normal classes that the players are going to be using. So this is going to become quite interesting. A little bit of backstory
Wait,
about
we were
where
we-
you are.
we were talking about classes. I thought we were talking about personality.
No, I was
I
on
think
about like the character. Is it like a normal character you'd play in terms of like a class, or is it like different from what you would normally play?
Well, the class itself is something I'm kind of experimenting with, but it still kind of falls into the stuff that I usually play. So I guess my answer remains the same then.
Okay. So backstory about this world. If you all look at maps, I have posted 2 maps for you. The
Oh,
first one is a general world map. I don't know if you can zoom in and see, but obviously each of the places is named. And the world itself is called Voladarin.
Is that written anywhere?
It's not written on the map, but I will.
Okay.
I can post a thing of it, a spelling. Bear with me 1 second. I just need to open up my Word document so I can take notes as we go. Okay, so yeah, it would be Voladarin. So Voladarin is actually experiencing its second age, which is where you exist. The year that you exist in is the year 3. The year is. I need to keep doing this. I don't stop with the pop-ups. Okay, right. It's the year 394 of the second age. During the first age, there were adventurers who proved themselves to such a point that they were actually appointed gods. They were given those roles. The only two who were not is Alethea and Extremum Terra. All of the other gods are appointed. Now, I did ask all of the players before this session to choose a god which they would most align with. Now, the main gods we have are the sort of main council of gods. There are sub-gods as well. So if you did want to choose a different god that is not included on that list, you are welcome to do so. So, Drogath, who did you choose as the god that you most align with?
I missed that message, so I'm currently looking at the gods.
Okay, we'll go to the next player. So Rydell, who did or is it Rydell or Radel?
Radel.
Radel. Okay. Radel, who did you choose?
I chose Darvasa.
Okay. Interesting choice. We'll see how this plays out for you. Tior, who is your god of choice?
I'm actually I missed the memo, so I'm going through things. Sorry.
That's all right. Apparently, I need to find a better way of messaging everyone. Totu.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. So Totu's god is Nai.
Mm-hmm.
Zion.
I do believe the one that aligns with Zion the most would be Darvaza.
Oh, 2 for Darvaza. Now, I also understand that there is pre-existing relationships between certain characters here as well.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
Gee.
Yes, there are.
So, just as a bit of context for those listening, we'll go with Radel first, or Rydell. I'll learn to pronounce it correctly at some point. What's your pre-existing relationship with which character?
Well, Radel knows Totu as a friend, but
Okay.
also as something more because they helped them out through a pretty tough time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will learn more about that as we adventure together. Um, Zion, you said there was a pre-existing relationship with your character and someone else?
Yes. Zion's pre-existing relationship is with Tior.
Okay.
They're close friends, I would say, at this point. Yeah.
Close friends. From the way that was phrased, makes me think like that might develop into something more.
Oh,
More than
no.
likely.
That is fine. Okay.
Oh dear.
So
This is going to be fun.
This is
on
gonna be fun.
on the map, the general world, this is going to be very fun, but on the general world map, you can choose any region that you wish that you will come from.
Okay. Mm.
Before next session,
The fuck?
I will need a message just to say which area that is. And if you have in your backstory like a village name, a town name, or like where you came from, I will also need that as well so that I can pop that onto the map so that it is actually present in this world rather than just being like a backstory thing. And you may find that you actually go back to these places
Very
if they
nice.
still exist.
Oh, well, we can hope that they exist.
Like, unless your backstory says, it was destroyed,
Oh,
then it's probably not going to exist. But
yeah.
otherwise, you know,
Do we
there's.
have any like information about the kingdoms?
I will go over that in just one moment. I will need to get a better picture up because on my computer it doesn't show me all that well. But I designed this on my phone, so haha. Okay, so the kingdom that you are currently in, the area that you are currently in, which is what the second map, the zoomed in one for you shows,
Ah,
is the Illydian kingdom.
Yeah.
This is an area of a sort of normality in a sense. There are areas of like wealth and areas of poverty equally dispersed throughout this kingdom. It does have a few forests, which I do also need to add, and it it isn't sort of mountainous. It's very flat areas. Um, the Lunar Kingdom, which is just down underneath the Illydian, is very much a secretive kingdom. No one really knows a lot about it, but the border between the Illydian and the Lunar Kingdom has always been heavily guarded. Towards the left of the map, you will see the Lower Kingdom and the Upper Kingdom.
ah,
Although they actually belong to the same faction, they have very much always been separated, with the Lower Kingdom being more like the farmlands and the mines and the sort of menial sort of tasked jobs residing there, and the Upper Kingdom being very much more kind of exclusive. There aren't as many sort of cities and villages within the Upper Kingdom, but it is very, very picturesque landscapes, and for someone to live out there, they would have had to have had a very wealthy lifestyle. Just past those, you will notice the bear me a second. Yep, the Hiron Gulf. Um, this is a desert kingdom. There is only a couple of oases in these kingdom that are usable to sustain life. The rest of it is just desert and very, very sparse populated desert. The people who live here tend to be nomadic tribes, and they are constantly on the move from the top of the kingdom to the bottom, and from the bottom back to the top throughout the year. This is so that they can keep up with the oasis that are supplied, but also so that they can move to the slightly warmer and cooler climates as required. On the very left-hand side of the map, you will see the uncharted dwarven lands. Not a lot is known about these lands. Everyone knows that they belong to the dwarves, and that's about it, actually. There isn't really any further information. To the bottom right of the Illidian Kingdom, you will see the Far Bloodlands. This is Orc land. There are tribes of orcs who have settled. There are nomadic orcs. Occasionally you come across a few tieflings, maybe a couple of drow elves. This land is generally avoided because there are no laws in this land. Like the other kingdoms. The other kingdoms will have law and enforcement to that. But the Far Bloodlands is basically a free-for-all. The different tribes will have their own laws. So depending on where you are and if you do happen to break one of the tribal laws, if it's not that tribe that has put the law in place, there is a likelihood that you may not even get punished for it or, seen as wrong. When you then continue towards the right of the map, you will see the Task of Islands. These are just jungle islands. This is where a lot of sort of tabaxi and almost jungle-like creatures tend to live. They are very tropical, even though they are not sort of close to the center. Generally, it's tribes here. There is a sort of law between all of the tribes. They have what is known as an elders' council. But it's not as strict as, say, like the Upper Kingdom or the Illidian Kingdom. Just above those, you will notice there is the Vortexican Islands. The easiest way to describe these is essentially the Bermuda Triangle. They know they've named them this, but no one has ever returned. You then have, towards the bottom of the map, there is the Chatteris Islands. This is a very wealthy class that live here. It's all essentially nobles and lords who have retired. Think of it as kind of like that ideal vacation destinations, warm, sunny sands, sea, beautiful place. You then have up to the right of that, the Ariant Kingdom. You don't have a lot of information on this area at the moment. However, it is said to be a place of like thieves and rogues and pirates, and it is ruled by whoever is deemed the strongest. You're not sure how that is decided, but it is just whoever is deemed the strongest. Bear with me a second because I just need to get a slightly clearer image so that I can tell you the names of the other ones. There is a small island just off the right-hand side of the Illidian Kingdom. This is called the Isle of Dreams. This is a place where a lot of sort of flying creatures like Aarakocrans, occasionally maybe a dragon, and the like Asimar. This place is generally seen as a haven, a safe haven for most people. There are rules here, but they are so loose and lax that this is deemed an isle of everyone's dreams because no matter what takes your fancy, it's probably doable. just up and slightly to the right of that, we have Inuit. There's a lot of myths about Inuit that have never been confirmed, but just as much so, they have never been like busted, so to speak. That there's talk of cannibals living here, talk of murderers who, have found the secret to immortality.
Schrodinger's myth.
There is a lot of kind of shrouding to this, and it's not even like it's casual. Oh, there could be. There's talk of. It's kind of like people have experienced, but because only one or two people have ever experienced it, it's kind of like did they actually experience that, or are they, fluffing it up slightly to make it seem more impressive? There are a few islands dotted around that will have question marks on. This is because you do not know what they are, and no one has any information on them. They are, as of yet, unexplored islands. Just between the Upper Kingdom and the very bottom of Lunar Kingdom or Lunar Kingdom is a small island called Witch's Keep. There's a lot of like dark arts that come from this island. People have bought, like voodoo, necromancy, anything to do with sort of what you would expect to be darker magic tends to actually stem from this area. And then on the very, very left side, we have some small islands trailing underneath from the uncharted dwarven lands. We have the Rookery. This is just a prison. No one knows whether it belongs to the uncharted dwarven lands or whether it belongs to the Upper Kingdom. But it is just an entire prison island. The worst of the worst descent here. Then you have next to that Astoria Bay. This is seen as a lavish land. Open fields, a fairly sizable forest that takes up about 40% of the island. And this is where the halflings reside. It is like the only way I can describe this is almost imagine something like the Shire from Lord of the Rings. Definitely similar to that. Very much like New Zealand landscape as well. Just that pure raw beauty that you sort of look at in awe. Underneath there, you will see that we have Hydrol. Now, Hydrol is another land of mystery. It has been untouched for 300 years. No one really goes there because after 300 years, no one knows if there's anything really worth going there for. Some historians have gone, but have never really made it because they've either run out of supplies or alternatively, they have come across bad weather at sea and had to dock somewhere else. This added to the fact, obviously, that it has not been accessed in 300 years, does provide more mystery to it. So it has almost become a status symbol for people to say that they are going to start an expedition to Hydrol. However, 90% of the time, they never see it through. So that is the world.
Okay.
The area in which your adventurers find themselves is the Elydian Kingdom. To be more precise, you find yourselves in the Alturian capital. So we're going to loop back here to the players again. And Drogath, who is your god or goddess? And we are met with silence.
Sorry, muted. Cherry.
Cherry. And Tior?
Azeron.
Azeron. Interesting. Okay. So, bear with me a second. So, you all find yourselves in the capital city of Alturian. The reason you are here is because, for whatever backstory reasons you have that I'm sure we will hear soon, your paths have led you to the Alturian capital, to the Square of Temples. And this is where it gets really interesting, because now we're going to send you a city map. The city map is not as good as the other maps, and I will talk you through it when it is arrived. Bear with me a second.
Did you say Square of Towers?
Temples.
Square of Temples. Okay. This is the city map. I apologise, it is not as well drawn. I will explain to you what each of the parts is. So, the dark grey with the lines in are city walls. The two black lines with the brown in between are city gates. The squares are generalised buildings. And the light grey sort of paths that you see are literally that. They are paths and alleyways. In this city, there is, in the dead centre, the Temple Square, or Square of Temples. The main council of gods each have a temple here. You have all found yourselves here because you are seeking guidance from them. You may not necessarily worship them all the time, and you may not necessarily pray or provide offerings, but something at this point in your life has compelled you to seek out their temple and ask for their guidance. As each of you are in your respective temples, you have this urge to walk out into the square. As you do, you can see before you vast marble structures towering into the sky. A fairly busy square in front of you with very well kept cobbling. A clear blue sky and a nice sunny day. In the very centre of the square, there is a small gathering who appear to be almost jostling around and very, very talkative within each other. You have not yet come across your comrades, but all of you feel drawn to this group. There's something here that is just pulling you towards it. And as you get closer, you can hear the hustle and bustle becoming louder. Can everyone make me a perception check?
Based on sight or sound?
Sound. The
No,
notification
I rolled
sounds of
wrong, so
rolls.
I'm going to re-roll because that's not what I was supposed to write.
I was going to say a +10 is really impressive, especially at level 1.
It's supposed to be plus what? 7, not 10.
At level 1, that's a pretty good bonus.
I have reasons.
I'm very sure you do.
Bad reasons.
I'm just saying that is still pretty impressive.
How do I delete my message again? Oh, I can't.
This
Yeah,
was
because it's not your message, it's Averay's message.
Yeah.
perception. Where's perception? Oh,
Ooh,
wait.
don't know what I did there. I clicked something.
Wow.
I did something.
Wow.
You might have got an invite to another server by accident.
Yeah, my server.
Was he yours?
Oh dear.
Just invited you to your own server. Okay. So we've got an 18, an 8, a 7, and a 9. Everyone apart from Zion. I also need yours roll, please. Oh, they're typing.
I also need a what?
I
19.
couldn't
Okay.
remember the add bonus, whatever it was.
That's
The
fine.
proficiency bonus.
I'm gonna do this as well to shock everyone. Ready?
Oh dear.
Is it
Oh
gonna
my.
work? Is it gonna work?
Will it work? Will it work?
Should work. Come on.
Time to put you on full screen. How do you
Yes.
So,
feel? Oh my.
hello. Now everyone can see me as well, which is gonna make this, I think, more amusing. Hello.
Hello.
We can kind of see you.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
lights aren't. If I lean back slightly, it's a bit better.
Yes.
Yep.
But I'm leaning forward, so.
And it just looks like your eyes, which is even better.
Oh yeah, it's not as bad as the other day. I did this and I had like shadow eyebrows that literally were coming up here.
Jeez.
That was.
Wait,
I was literally sat there and I was like, "Oh my god, my eyebrows look massive." But anyway,
Bushy eyebrows.
but yeah. So, Zion and Tior, you hear a general chatter which is essentially gambling. They have 2 tortoise and they are racing them against each other through a small makeshift, almost like quickly assembled obstacle course. There is one man who is taking the money and distributing it back out to those who win. Everyone else, you just notice that there's 2 tortoise.
Hey? What? What?
What would you like to do?
Hide.
I'm gonna turn to Dior. Why are they doing this in the vicinity of the gods. I don't understand.
I think it's very rude.
What?
You can say that again.
I think it's very rude. Mm, disrespectful in a way.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
Honestly, Ray would just be standing there staring at them in
Toto
Okay.
would,
disapproval.
yeah, Toto would just be watching safely behind Ray.
Okay. What about you, Drogath? What would you do in this situation?
I would probably just watch it.
Okay. One of the people who is betting hears Zion's comment and to yours, and kind of shuffles away a bit and whispers into the ear of the man who is collecting the money. He comes over to you and can't say I've seen you before. My name's Leodon. He appears to be a very almost like a beggar in appearance. He's not very big. He looks very kind of messy and dirty. You would think he is the one running this tortoise gambling ring. He does have a kind of air about him that speaks to maybe being a higher class than he comes across. But he is still very much in appearance a beggar.
Okay.
He shuffles a little closer, and I know that it's not the best place to be doing this, but honestly, in this entire city, this is the only place that there are enough people, and a man must make a living.
Mm.
Tell you what, if you buy one of the tortoise off me, I will promise to never come back. What do you say?
Can I take your word for it?
I am a man of my word.
Will you sign it in blood?
Um, Roll me a persuasion check.
Ah! Rolling again. Oh. 17.
Okay. He sort of hesitates and sure. The price of one of my tortoise is 7 gold.
I
Zion
want
pay.
that.
Oh, don't all rush at once. Um, who pays for it?
Zion gets excited and pays for it, like visibly excited. Which
Uh,
Why is Zion visibly excited?
why are you excited? Why are you paying for it?
it is cute.
Okay.
His tail kind of wags a little bit. It's cute.
You have
So
a
at this
tail?
point, yeah, I was going to say at this point, You are all seeing each other for the first time. Let's have a description of what you look like. So, again, starting from the top, Drogath. What do you look like?
I'm in a half orc, quite tall, and I seem like I fight quite a lot.
Okay. Clothing wise, are you like how
I
are you
wear my
dressed?
armor.
You wear your
I
armor.
have chainmail armor.
Okay. Any sort of distinguishing features, like any scars? Do you have like the stereotypical orc teeth?
Yes, no scars.
Okay. Any tattoos?
No.
Okay. Never know with orcs. A Radel. What do you look like?
Well, I am short, less than 4 feet tall, brown with black. I wear glasses.
Okay.
He also wears earrings and a black collar necklace that bears a red X.
Sounds a little bit kinky. Um, there was no reply there. There's just an intake of breath, like, oh no, I've been discovered. Um,
What the fuck?
okay. Tior,
I am a white leonin. I am 7.5 feet tall. I wear a unique type of armor, and I have a magical boa.
a magical
Boa,
boa, like a feather boa, or like a
yes,
snake. A magical feather boa on a leonin.
that is purple.
Oh, I was
Yes.
gonna say, please tell me it's something like hot pink. 7 foot, like 5, giant lion man with a really pretty pink feather boa. Okay, no, it's purple, just as good. Totu,
How the fuck do I describe Toto to the people?
how would you like in your mind? What do you see them looking like?
Tani. They
That's it, just
they are
tiny, nothing
they are
else.
very small. The closest
When
that I can fuck
when you say
goddamn.
very small, do you
Uh
mean like very small, or do you mean like
uh I
Aren't you like
mean I
half my
mean
height?
yeah, I'm like 2'2".
okay? So we've got like small to big in this
Yes.
party. That's going to be quite funny.
Uh uh I pure white with
hmm
um
What is like your physical bit? Are you like um what race are you?
uh it's pure red. Uh spirit red, like orange. God damn it.
I did say you could use the one you wanted to use.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the confirmation again. I'm a homebrew race of spirit. Like,
So you appear as a very small um like white
yeah,
being.
yes.
Do you have
Maybe
like
you have a
human
tail.
features?
I have a cat like. No, no, I don't have any human features.
I love how that started out as I have a cat-like tail. No. I thought you were going to say no. I don't have a cat-like tail anymore. I did, but then I changed my mind.
No,
So you have a
I have
cat-like tail.
I I have a cat-like tail and like muzzle and face, but I also have antennae, and my ears are like horizontally at the back of my head. That sounds weird.
Your ears are
How,
horizontally at the back of your head, so they like come
I
out the
don't know
back.
how to explain.
So
Please
they
help.
point
Do you mean they
backwards?
point
They
backwards
point
like that?
backward. There we go.
Right.
Thank you.
I was going to say, because otherwise I've just got an image of a
bad.
creature with like 2 ears on the back of its head.
Jesus Christ.
You are now a rabbit.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, or worse,
Biani.
if anyone stood in front of me, I just can't hear them.
Biani.
Okay. Zion.
Oh god, that was
Zion is also a Linean. However, unlike his friend Tior, he is pure black.
Bit of
Um,
yin and yang going on here.
yeah. He is only 7 feet tall. So Tior is the taller of the two.
only.
Um, and he wears very darker colors compared to Tior's brighter colors.
Mm.
He's a very modesty guy who's dressed very modestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you know what each other look like. You haven't yet banded together, but
I
you at
can post a
least you
Oh
at
right,
least
pictures
know
exist.
who. Yeah, you at least know who you are. So are you buying the tortoise?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations, you have a tortoise.
But I want the other one.
As he is leaving,
He's leaving with the other one.
signs the contract,
In blood.
and takes his gold and says, "By the way, his name's Terry. Well, Terrence, but Terry for short."
What the fuck?
Who is it who has Terry?
Zion got very excited and kind of just gave the money.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
you have Terry. He looks at you and, "Oh, you all right there? My name's Terry."
At that,
Oh.
Tutu goes to see the talking tortoise.
I am fine. Do you want to go on
Brave
my?
fellows.
Oh,
So everyone is now going. Drogath, are you going to go towards the talking tortoise?
Yes, I'm going towards the talking tortoise.
He sort of notices everyone has gathered round and, "Oh, fuck me, should have practiced me lines."
No,
Didn't realise I was going to have an audience. I mean, the fucking obstacle course was hard enough, but now I feel like a fucking stand-up comic with no jokes.
It's okay. I just wanted to pet you.
Sure, go for it. I like it when you rub me shell.
Don't.
Feels like a massage. He gives you
Oh.
this weird look as you sort of made that like half. Don't. He's like that look of what the fuck did you think I was talking about?
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
Okay,
he
so
looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, actually, I, I do have some interesting information for you.
Wait.
Um, well, before I was fucking Ninja Tortoise Warrior, I was actually sent here by the Council of Gods to guide a group of adventurers. Would would you like me to do that for you?"
Wait.
That would be fine.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to say that you're the ones I'm supposed to be with.
Oh.
No idea if you actually are. Kind of screwed if you're not. But either way, we'll have a hell of a time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for us to make this all official and whatnot, we are going to have to register you as a guild, and then
Oh.
I do have a task that needs doing that your respective gods have asked me to provide you.
Oh.
Okay.
Um, I think the guild registration office is just that way. And as he says this, he's sort of like,
Head points.
yeah, this is why I like having a camera.
The benefits
Oh.
of having a camera, you can just gesture.
Yeah,
Mhm.
downside of having a camera that isn't being broadcast, no one can see what I'm doing. Other downside of having the camera, when you guys do something stupid, you're probably just going to see me glitch for a good minute while I try and figure out what the fuck is happening.
Gee,
Just literally
I wonder which situation that would have been applicable to.
far too many.
Far too many.
So, under Terry's guidance, you have the option. You can stay here and explore a bit more, or you can go and register a guild.
There's too many people here. Let's go.
Then we
Totu,
will go.
Let's
Uh,
go.
Go follow Terry's instruction.
Totu,
Mhm.
just think of all the time you can spend with this talking tortoise.
Exactly. What?
Besides, he's a messenger from the gods.
That that makes it.
He
Huh?
is.
Uh, that conflicts my want to pet him.
He
No one
said he
said
did
you
not
can't do
mind.
both.
He says he
Alright.
likes having his shell rubbed because it feels like a massage.
Then that's fine, right?
Yeah, you can pet him.
Precisely.
Don't have to ask all this permission to pet a tortoise. Jesus, it's a tortoise. It's not really like he can do a lot.
Still, yeah.
Okay. You follow his guidance and you find the guild area. It is quite nice. It's quite lavish. And you notice there is a signpost. Oh my god, look at this.
Oh
Starlight.
wow, we can see now.
This is what I mean about the eyebrows, though. Look at these shadows for the eyebrows.
Oh,
Speak
so
for
that's what you
yourself.
meant by the shadow eyebrows. Oh, it's from the glasses. I just realized.
Yeah.
Anime
So
eyebrows.
I know, right? Um, my biggest dream was always to have anime eyebrows. As if my eyebrows aren't bad enough. But yeah, so you see the guild house, and it's not very impressive in how it looks. It's just like a cottage. There is a sign hanging above the door that just reads guild registration. The rest of the houses around look much bigger and fancier, and you would assume, because of the signposts above the doors as you walk past them, that these are existing guilds who have bought property in the city.
Mm.
There is another big building towards the end of the road, which appears to be a gathering place. From the outside, at a best guess, it's kind of like a feasting hall or a bathhouse, somewhere where a lot of people congregate.
Downtime house.
You're not sure. It's just a very big building. From the outside, you'd think it's either like a tea house, bathhouse, or I can't remember the first one I said.
Banquet hall.
Oh yeah, or a feasting hall. Yeah.
Okay.
I think with that we should think of a guild name before we go in.
Also, who's going to be the leader?
No, I don't want to talk.
That is a good question.
I don't want to talk to them.
Something you'll need to discuss amongst yourselves.
Um,
Terry does put himself forward. Just because I don't mind being the guild leader, but I'm pretty fucking useless.
Who was it that managed to convince that beggar to part with his tortoise and leave?
It was
Tio.
me.
then maybe.
Then I suggest that you would make quite an acceptable leader.
Yeah,
I do.
you
However,
already-
quite loud at times.
Right?
You say that like it's just a bad thing.
What happened? You
There
cut
is
out most of
nothing
it.
wrong with being collected.
I would advise keeping your voice down. If you
I
wouldn't mind.
I am not being. I can be quiet when I need.
You?
Um,
I can be as silent as a whisper.
Drogath, do you want to throw your
I-
hat in the ring here?
No.
No? Ooh,
Yeah,
no.
I agree with Dragoth.
Drogath just lies fine, do what you want.
Drogath is just watching. Drogath has said nothing. Third wheel. Or fifth
But
wheel, I guess.
it might all just be part of a plot. They might just be being quiet so they can learn as much about you as possible. So when the time comes, they can kill all of you.
Okay.
I don't think that's the case. I just thought that was funny. So, Radel has selected Tio. Totu has said, not me. And
Yes.
Zion has said, sure, but maybe sometimes don't talk as loudly.
Quiet. Sometimes.
Okay.
Not the time.
What are you going to call yourselves?
I say
Perhaps
Enjoy yourselves.
Perhaps before we decide upon our guild name, we can introduce with our actual names.
Oh, right.
To
I
each
don't
other,
think
yeah?
I got your name.
I don't think any of you actually know each other. You just know what you look like.
Oh, right. Who
So,
wants to go first?
Hello, I am Tior. As always. And I am here to have a good time. Wait, no, that is the wrong term. It is a pleasure to meet you.
okay.
Well,
The pleasure is all yours. I am Radel, and this is Totu.
Hi,
That's cute. That's not.
What? Fuck you.
Oh, that was perfect. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Zion and Drogoth, you are yet to introduce yourselves.
I am
My
sure
name
you.
is. You can say it first.
I'm sure you've all heard of me before. I am Zion Lunarhide.
Have we heard of this person before?
No.
No. I haven't heard
not
of
in
you at
your
all.
if it's not in your backstory, no.
Well, I am quite well versed in many things, and I have never come across your name.
He is going to visibly deflate.
Oh, bless him.
Don't. No.
My name is
But I
Drogoth.
am sure that your name will be spread far and wide soon enough. Radel glances at Totu as he says this.
And
Why?
Drogoth did introduce himself. Okay. So you now all know who you are.
We have a names. Congratulations.
Now what about your guild name?
I do believe we should name it after Terry, since he brought us all together. And as he says this, he kind of lifts Terry up, like
As you lift Terry up, he's going, "What the fuck are you doing?" Nah, I'm a tortoise, mate. We don't go upward. Down on the ground's good, yeah.
but then. But then.
Bear in mind, he is probably only like this big.
Finally,
He's so cute.
finally,
from like his
finally, some.
to like his chest, and that's really
Finally, finally, someone tinier than I am.
He's not going to be like some huge ass tortoise that you've got to lug around with you. Jesus. Like every time you need to move him, make me a strength check.
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh no.
So that
You're
suggestion was name the guild after the tortoise.
Name it Terry.
Along those lines, perhaps something like TerraForma.
I like the name.
Ooh.
I
Mm.
like the name.
That's quite nice as well
It's
because
okay.
it's kind of like we're gonna change the world. Drogoth said it was okay.
Hey, it was good, right?
Any other suggestions for names, or are we?
Well, I would suggest Rainbow, but
Why?
it's
Why
fine.
rain?
It's colorful. Colors
Yeah.
are nice.
Well,
Zion
but-
facepalm.
well.
What?
But naming our child Rainbow may not be
A
a good
rainbow
thing.
Terra, maybe. I don't know.
Rainbow Terra.
It's up to you. It's your guild, guys.
You
This
know
is a
very
really,
well.
really bad drawing of Terrence, or Terry. I don't even know if you can see it. The light's on it too much
No.
there. Hang on.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, there.
Thank you.
baby.
He's so
I
cute.
actually, I did have a small drawing of him that I don't know why. I've had this obsession with drawing Terry the tortoise since
Good.
I was about like 17,
Oh wait. Well, Jesus.
and he's always just been this little cartoony tortoise with like a stupidly big head, these really like big anime eyes that then go into this like small little shell with little stubby legs. Things that go on in my head.
Baby.
At one point I thought about writing a children's book about him. Terence the tortoise and his day at the zoo.
Oh dear.
Fiora, I should go with the first one, and leave your rainbow obsession elsewhere.
Fine. We will go with first.
So what are you calling yourselves?
I forgot.
TerraForma.
There we go. TerraForma.
TerraForma.
Okay. So you enter the guild registration. What was the oh my god in general for?
Because of the Terry.
Because
I'd
of
imagine.
Terry.
That's when it popped up.
Hmm?
Hey, Radel, named the guild. You want to put how you spell that in general?
Will do.
Thank you.
Just nope. Okay. Also, by the way, guys, I will keep rough notes. Obviously, my notes I can't really share with you. So
I'm not keeping actual
I'm-
notes this time.
I'm not asking you to keep the notes. I'm just informing everyone that they may need to keep their own version of notes
Oh no.
so that they know what they're coming back to. Because I'm not expecting one player to do the notes for everyone. But at the same time, as much as I will be keeping notes, my notes are from my perspective, which means there's stuff in there I can't show you.
That's fine. I've been taking notes of important stuff, anyways. It's very short, but
Whatever works for you, I'm just letting everyone know. There's not going to be like a generalized note keeper. Okay, so you enter the small building, I'm assuming.
Yes.
yes.
Which means Ray's probably leading the way.
You were the first one to reply, so yeah, you are. I'm not sure whether I like the fact that Drogath is a very silent character.
I thought I was supposed to be the silent one.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but at the same time, you know, when you just got that character that doesn't say anything, just sits in the corner.
It won't be forever.
That's what Ray wanted to be, and then Toto existed, and now Toto is forcing Ray to talk.
But I just imagine them being the one sat in the corner, and then like, hang on, just out of no, oh, they all did change. It's because of this one, and then just sort of out of nowhere, like, hello, I know
Hello.
everything.
Hello.
I will tell you the secrets of the world, existence, and all that belongs. And everyone just looks at them like, oh.
No.
I have silently watched everything from the beginning.
Yeah, I know all of your secrets. Yeah.
But anyway, just saying. As you walk in, you see a small halfling who is very happy, very jolly, very rotund. And he sort of hops over to you and hello, how can I help?
Ray will stare at Tior.
Yeah.
Oh yes. We are here to form a guild or create a guild or something.
Oh,
I
well, you're in the
don't know.
perfect place. Follow me over here. And he gestures to a small desk, which is halfling sized, with a large book and a quill. And the amusing thing is, the quill is like this long. So, halfling, giant quill. He sits himself down and places himself at the desk. And as he does so, he lights up a pipe. He looks at you and, so, how many members?
5. No, 6. How many members are there?
5. I think this
5.
Five.
5.
There may be
5.
7 at hang on.
We're 5 for now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There might be 7 if Spike's friend joins. I don't know why Spike had to leave, but Spike had to leave, unfortunately. They will probably be back next session. I don't know if they had a fully finished character or what. I just know there's been a lot going on. We're not going to go much further into it. So, he looks at you and 5.
Well,
For
Yes.
now.
we're 5 currently. There were 2 others. There might be again.
It's okay. You can always add extra members. Name of the guild.
TerraForma.
How do I spell that?
TerraForma, and between the A and the F is a separate word.
He writes this down and then turns to you. And who's the leader?
Zion's gonna point at Tior.
He sits waiting.
I am Tior, Soul Whisper.
Okay. And how do I spell that?
Tior. New word. SOLWHISPER.
Okay. And do you have any training in areas?
For what?
For example, do you have any previous experience doing other jobs? Like, am I putting that you're competent, new, clueless, essentially?
No.
I have had other jobs, but I do not think they are publicly appropriate.
He writes partially clueless. Congratulations. Bear with me one moment. He walks behind the desk and comes out with a certificate. He looks at you and it will be 1 gold per member, please. And this certificate is your official license to be a guild. This will allow you to accept guild quests. It will allow you to be paid and will allow you to move freely between certain kingdoms.
Certain kingdoms. Why? What?
Slight
What
hop to
is
put
the?
2 gold on the desk.
Why certain kingdoms? Your characters would know this anyway, but kingdoms like the far bloodlands, being a guild ain't gonna mean much. Dwarven kingdom, no one knows.
Okay.
I slide one of Totu's coins back and pay my own.
No.
Totu became a cat.
Put 1 coin on the desk.
Okay.
And since Zion paid for Terry, I would pay for both myself and Zion.
Good, because we're staring at you, expecting you to pay.
I got the last one, you get this one. He signs the bottom of the certificate and his writing as he does so turns golden.
Pretty.
He then takes a very official looking stamp and just directly over part of the signature. The stamp itself turns like a silvery, shimmering, think like holographic effect.
Mm.
This is obviously
Uh,
magically imbued to show that this is not a forgery, and it is a
Mm.
genuine registration of guild. As he puts the stamp on, you notice all of your names appear on the certificate, with the
Yeah.
main name being Tjor Soul Whisper. He turns to you and, so, you will find the quest board in the feasting hall. There is also baths and ample food. Your accommodation, unfortunately, you will have to find your own until you can afford a guild house, at which point we will appoint a house to you, obviously given the right funds. And aside from that, this also allows you to accept any quests in the land. It will automatically go through the guild house. We do not take any percentage of your profits, by the way. And you may then come and collect your money. This is normally only done for you know, quests that are set by the guilds.
okay. Okay.
He then
Thank
pauses
you.
and looks around the shop a bit. And any other questions?
None that I can think of.
How much will it be for a house eventually?
Oh yeah.
So we can save up for it.
Depends on the size of house.
Enough for 3 rooms?
For what?
3 rooms.
3 rooms.
Bedrooms. Sleeping places.
There is 5 of you, and you want one with 3 rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a little more so too.
Nothing says privacy like 2 people are going to be forced to share a room.
Wonderful.
I know there's history
Well-
between you, but
Expanding later.
um,
So more bedrooms would be advisable.
you would have to specify 3 bedrooms, because
Three
otherwise you're going to get a house that's a sitting room, a kitchen, and a bedroom.
Oh dear. No, yeah, I don't want that.
3 bedrooms. Roughly 4,000 gold.
Oh,
And
no.
for a house with 5 bedrooms.
One moment. He walks to a back room, and you sort of hear a clatter and clamour around. He then comes back out and with a big book, and he's sort of flicking through each of the pages, and occasionally he just kind of
Uh,
looks up.
I told you we might have others join.
That is true.
It's not for that reason that he's doing this. He's basically trying to find the price because he can't remember it. But at the same time, he doesn't want to seem like he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's looking every now and again just to check that you're not like, how do you not know this? Like, you're the guy who runs this place. How do you not have this information? Like, he's just sort of
Decide, but it's like, we are way big enough to fit that.
yeah, basically as well. Like it's a hang on, what's like the smallest 5-bedroom we have? He stops and that would be about 6,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And
we'll have it eventually. For
yeah.
that. price. Amount.
I mean, it does also depend on how lavish you want to go. Plus, this is only in this city. Like, you might be able to buy a house somewhere else for cheaper.
If I could go look into my savings, I could get it.
You have savings? How does that work?
Oh no.
Oh,
It's a
let me just
magical
look
thing.
through my
I,
savings.
I
Oh,
just have a
gee,
bank account,
1K
but, you
gold.
Hands
It
up
is
whose
magic.
hands up whose characters would be rich if they had access to their previous bank account.
All right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no. For you, that would specifically be hands up who would be rich if their character had access to their previous inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Well, not mine.
Nope, not mine either. The story was, or
We were very
Um,
broke nobles.
Radel
Oh.
would be absolutely minted.
mm-hmm. And right now
Boom.
with
But that's
TR
what
and
happens
his.
when you start a new campaign. You start with very little.
I have like one item or two.
So in Potu's case, they start with very little and are very little.
Yeah, I'm a tiny man with tiny little things.
I mean, if Totu wasn't here, Radel would probably be the shortest.
Wait a second. Because I've got to, because Totu is so small, does
Hi.
this actually mean that like
I
a
am not.
dagger is a sword to you?
Yes.
That is so cute. That is so cute.
Yes. Which is why weapon proficiencies are like so small, because like I
You
only
are
do.
aware that if you use a standard sword or a short sword, you are not going to be proficient with it.
Yes, I am aware.
Just because
We
of your
might be able to get a
size.
smaller house because we have small people who can share. We can divide the room.
It's fine. We'll just put up a curtain. Either that, or just
Necessary. I'd
ask
make
them
an
for like a
upgrade
house with a dog's house.
No, we put the floor in the middle of the room,
Have-
so that's
or
like two floors.
Has it got an understair cupboard? Yeah, cool. Totu.
Well, if necessary.
For you, that'd be a full-sized
Radel-
room.
If necessary, Ray doesn't take up any floor space at all.
Do you hang from the ceiling?
Occasionally.
How fucking creepy would that be?
I'm used to it.
Just wake up in the middle of the night and look up, and there's just this like like that's all I imagine is just this like upside down creature that's just like hi. To the person in bed just like the fuck? Like what do I say? Hi.
And
Thanks for letting
100% confirm.
thanks for letting me sleep in this room with you, but even worse if you have like a nightmare, you wake up and just this like half bat creature staring down at you. But fuck. Accidentally punch them.
Or intentionally.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
I'm
would
not
like
gonna lie. If I woke up
consequences.
from a nightmare and there was a bat creature staring over me, my first thought would be shit vampire, my second thought would be smack. Even though I'd be really worried that it wouldn't do anything and I'd just end up, yeah, anyway. But still. Bat creature.
Well, Radel knows whose room not to go into now.
uh-huh.
Not that Radel
Everyone-
knows this. It's worse if Radel sleep like hangs, sleep like walk. Would that be possible? Would she be able to move while she was hanging upside down? Just go to sleep in her own
Honestly,
room and wake up in someone else's room and really scare the shit out of them, and also
not
scare the
going
shit
to
out of
lie,
themselves.
I would be more likely to fall off the ceiling.
Could you
If
imagine
you
being
tried to
woken up by? Imagine being woken up by that in the middle of the night. Just nice and peaceful. What the fuck?
I need Radel to fall down on Zion's face at some point now.
I really, really want like Radel to end up somehow being able to sleepwalk while they're on the ceiling, just accidentally leaving their room, ending up in someone else's room who wakes up because the door opens, see this bat creature, and they're like, ah, and then Radel wakes up and they're like, what the fuck, and just falls to the floor. Just, I'm sorry.
That would be amazing.
Unfortunately, you'd have to convince Radel to sleep in someone else's bedroom.
Not if you sleepwalk and you just let yourself out of your own room and let yourself into their room.
How would I get from the ceiling through the door?
We'll figure it out.
Magic.
It'll happen somehow. No, I'm joking. It just seems like a really amusing concept. Like, the fact that you sleep on the ceiling is insane. We lost
Uh-oh.
Toe to... Oh, they're back.
Toadie's back.
Don't worry, Totu. I'm still going to sleep in your bedroom.
Ooh.
Don't worry, just a random bat creature above you. I suppose it wouldn't matter too much because at 2'2", it's not like it could really punch you,
Hello?
is it?
What happened? I'm changing places. I heard nothing.
They want Radel to sleepwalk while while they're on the ceiling, so that they end up waking up
Technically.
in someone else's room.
Technically.
Wow. Gee.
It's not something we
Thanks.
want to do, it's just a concept I would find amusing. Because it's like the person in the room would wake up and be like, oh my god, fuck shit, there's a bat creature, and like, ah! And then Radel would be shocked into waking up, so they would also, ah! And then fall to the floor. It just seemed amusing. And then, like, literally just there, like, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to.
Hilarious.
Like,
I would find that hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, mainly because, and the thing is, it probably can happen if two are as
If we
low as
somehow,
one. But
if we somehow figure out how they can get out the door while they're sleepwalking on the ceiling, just somehow turns into like half spider.
well,
Um,
I need to get the backstory up.
Ah, yes. Thank you for today's nightmare. Bat
You're welcome.
spider creature.
I did not say bat spider creature. You put that into your own mind. I said if they became like part somehow spider. Never mentioned that they could just end up with spider climb.
Okay.
So you've only got yourself to blame for the bat spider image.
Yeah.
You have that.
It's so cute.
I think we have very
The more I
different
think about
definitions
it.
of cute.
Every animal is cute. End of discussion.
Spiders are not cute.
No,
Every
cat.
every animal is cute. Have you seen some of the animals that we have on this planet?
show you the spider that's in our closet, which is
He will
Does
not.
does the spider now own your closet?
Yes.
Yes.
Dear God.
It's literal. No, I can't describe it. I can't describe it.
You don't have to describe it. It's just the spider owns the closet. The closet belongs to the spider
With
now.
everything else we have in there too. And that's our storage closet.
Time to go
It's
to
okay.
So
war
all
with
of
a
the
spider.
game systems are in there. All of our game systems are in there.
Time to go to war with a spider.
We have one. I was like, can't we just burn it? No, we're gonna burn down the closet. Well, shit.
What did you expect?
Logical things that someone thinks when they try and get rid of a spider in a house, put a glass over it, get a newspaper and squish it, get a shoe and squish it, get a fly swatter and squish it, get a load of bug spray and just fumigate the thing out. Your response was just burn it and at the same time burn down the closet and probably the whole house. Because at this point the spider just owns it.
At that point, just use explosives.
I was going to say, you may as well just blow the house up. We'll start again.
We can't.
Try explaining that to your landlord. So there was a spider. Yeah. Took over the closet. Yeah. So we blew it up. Didn't think to call an exterminator. No. Explosives seemed the right way to go. Just thought we'd build the whole house again, somehow make it completely spider proof. Go for it. Okay. So after that massive sidetrack, you don't have to buy a guild house at the moment.
We couldn't afford it.
I think Tior probably could, though.
You have 7,000 gold.
Given his profession, yeah.
The fuck is Tior's profession? Tior is
I vote something 18.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit blunt. He's an he.
Is he an
He's an
escort?
yes.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, fancy way of saying prostitute.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, of all the backstories I've heard, I have never come across prostitute. Just, you know, from the sound of it, a very well-paid one as well.
He kind of
Let's raise a question. How much do you charge per night?
well, he tends to woo wealthy clients. Yeah.
I see.
So you steal from people.
I guess. Well, he doesn't
So
really
you're
steal
sort of
from them. He kind of
so they basically pay you for your service,
yes.
and you charm them into doing so.
I guess, yeah.
You are essentially a con man.
I wouldn't say that. Just it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Does Dion happen to be the moral compass of Tior?
I really, really hope to God that someone is, because otherwise.
Because I don't think we'd do very well with just Totu as the moral compass.
Oh dear.
If
God,
Totu is going to be the
no.
moral compass, it's just going to be like essentially giants being told off by a halfling.
Oh no.
Like the worst part of the argument. I hate when you look down at me. Physically, nothing else I can do. Oh dear.
It might be worse looking over him.
Yes.
Just even worse if
Point
someone's
out.
looking over him and then Totu's like, excuse me, eyes down here. I'm down here. I'm talking to you. It's very hard to take you seriously.
I'm just saying, stop bullying me.
We need to get you like a portable pedestal or something, or like a scissor lift so that you can just stand on it.
He has one of those. It's called
Oh look,
Ray.
now I'm eye level.
Yeah, no, he has one of those. It's called Ray.
Do you just pick him up?
I think you combined are still shorter than like the other.
Just
Shut up.
stands them on their
We
shoulders.
don't need that information.
Zion gently like lifts him up to be eye level with Tior.
uh, 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 why?
Yes, what?
Why am I here?
What?
So,
Why is Rachel so down there?
yeah. Once you've finished registering, Terry pipes up again. Oh yeah. So, the quest that we've been given is to explore an old city ruin. Now, this city hasn't been around since the First Age. We're not really sure what destroyed it, but no one's occupied it since.
Okay.
It's about a day's travel.
Ah,
And that's by foot.
okay.
I think by horse, it's like 3/4 of a day.
Why?
Mm,
Didn't
we
you
would
say,
need horses
say
then.
we had God-specific quests or something?
Hmm?
Didn't you say we had God-specific tasks or something?
Well, this is a quest that Terry is setting you, and Terry is like your messenger from the gods. He will probably set you tasks that the gods would want you to do. But you can also then accept other quests and things. And you will learn as you go what the main kind of overreaching end goal of story arc 1 is. And if this is anything like the other session I run, story arc 1 is probably going to take about a year to a year and a half. So be prepared to be in this for the long run.
Okay.
Like, I'm not used to that.
Yep. And I mean, even if it doesn't really like go anywhere online or anything, I'm still gonna keep recording and posting and whatever else.
It's
Okay.
fun.
So, because I've already got some people who said they'd listen to it, which is quite nice.
If we're just yelling into the void, we're having fun while doing it. So let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your map of the zoomed in version.
Okay.
Bear with me a moment. This is where the lighting all changes and goes weird. Because I need to get the picture up. You will be going to the Ridral city ruins. Can everyone see where they are?
Yes, but I'm more
Um,
focused on the Lucky Ducky Inn.
there's
The
Lucky
Lucky
Ducky.
Ducky Inn. There is a Lucky Ducky Inn.
Maybe we can look for quests that are in the area and then we can do a bunch of them at once.
That is a good idea. We can go ahead and do that.
That would be smart.
That could be fun.
Would be very smart.
Yes.
You can make your way down to the feasting hall where the quest board is.
Then we will do that.
We do that.
Okay.
Two lions
There
do
are
that.
various bits of paper on this quest board, ranging in different sizes. Some of them detail a lot about the quests. Some of them don't really give a lot of information. It just kind of says there's this quest. Are you looking for any types of quest in particular, or are you just looking for like certain areas? Bearing in mind, you don't necessarily know the area all that well. You only have this basic map to go off. Obviously, as you explore places, as you adventure, this map will become more detailed because you will learn more about the areas.
Mhm.
But at the moment, you only have a basic map. And I'm not even sure which of you has said map.
Probably Radel, honestly.
So Radel has a very basic map, which they probably bought when they first entered
Our
the Illidian Kingdom, which is why it's not very detailed. They probably just bought it off like a passing traveler, and it's like, here are some interesting points around this area.
mhm,
But
local
not like,
map bat boy.
but not like a detailed map. As you adventure more, you learn more about the places you're going. You learn more about the area around you. That map will become more detailed.
So maybe we can just take up a general quest that could be done anywhere?
Okay. We'll look for
Um,
that then.
Everyone, roll me an investigation check.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be using the robot, aren't I?
Oh, we
You
are?
you don't necessarily have to, but so
Okay.
long as it's posted in roles, so that we can keep
Okay.
things to like their specific channels.
I think it's just fair. Damn it, why is the robot always lower than what I first roll?
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to add the plus. What's the plus? Hold on. Let me find the plus.
It's 2.
What do you mean it's 2?
What? Oh, right, stat. Never mind. I thought it was proficiency bonus. I'm dumb.
Wait, what was that?
It's fine. They
Oh, okay.
were thinking of something else.
I thought I was being helpful. Turns out I'm just stupid.
No, you're distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I must have 100% of your attention all of the time.
The problem is that I'm not doing anything else.
It's going to be
So
hysterical
I'm
when
not
eventually we
distracted.
do stream the camera feeds.
Oh, no.
Well, we already
I'll,
said
I'll
last
go
time I
mute.
was on video, there's going to be hundreds. If this actually does go, there's going to be hundreds of memes of me because some of the faces I pull.
I cannot wait to be memeable.
If you ever show your face.
Oh, God, that's going to be painful to do.
You don't necessarily need a face to be memed.
No, you don't.
True,
I was more
actually.
saying it jokingly. But really weird lighting effects with investigations. Let's
Shadow
see.
shapes on your
We've
face.
got a 16, 8, 16, 5, 14. The two 16s, there's a couple of quests. One of them is actually near the city ruins. The other one is just a general thereafter. I think it's something silly like 14 snake skins. Don't know why. Just any snakes. And it's been posted by a tanner. So you would assume that they just need extra supplies to make something and don't want to go hunting snakes. The 14 Zion, there is a quest at the cathedral. There have been strange goings on, is all it says, followed by please investigate.
We are
Um,
scared. Please help.
Theodore, what do you think of
The 8 Radel, you see some quests, but you don't know if they're anywhere near where you need to be. There is one for the farm that is like below the city. The bear with me a second.
That's like ages away.
The Ulrichsen farm. It is ages away, but that's the only one you can see that's that direction that you know.
Magic.
And Drogath, you just see bits of paper with writing on them that are quests.
Bits of paper with like people reading Japanese.
You know
Okay.
they're quests, but they're just quests. Couple of them have good rewards, but you'd expect that's because they're quite difficult.
Which ones have
So-
good rewards?
How difficult does the one beside the city ruins sound? Or read?
Um,
There's also strange happenings. That's interesting.
Yeah.
the one that's beside the city. I mean, that's kind of like the snake one.
Didn't you say there were two? One of them was the snake
Yeah,
one, and the other
I
one
mean,
was...
it's kind of like in difficulty wise, it's kind of like the snake one.
Oh, okay.
It basically you just have to collect some flowers and also check for any survivors.
What?
It doesn't go any further into detail.
Well then.
This one looks good but bad. Points at the one with the flowers and survivors.
what do we think of this one?
Huh? Oh, that sounds urgent.
We should check that one out first. We can make collections along the way.
Well,
Survivors?
if there are
Sounds
survivors in
fun.
the ruins, then
There are
we
also
should
dead
advise
people.
getting there as soon as possible.
Mm,
Why do multiple things have to be done at once?
I suppose the survivors would be one of the first things to check for.
Well, on our way back, we could check the cathedral.
You could go via the cathedral to the city ruins.
Do you think that's a good idea, Ray?
Ray just shrugs their shoulders.
Her?
I mean, it is completely up to you. Like, if you feel that survivors is more pressing than strange goings on, then by all means go straight to the city ruins. You kind of already have a quest in that direction anyway. Or if you feel you want to go and investigate some strange goings on, by all means go to the cathedral.
I want to do both.
We will. I
wanna
guess
help
survivors is pressing.
We could do it on the way back too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll check survivors and we'll go back. We'll retrace.
Are you going on foot?
How
We
much
need
is
horses.
horse?
We need horses.
You
I
need to
hope
find
you
a.
can afford the horses.
How
You
much
need to
is
find
horse?
a stable.
Mm.
Yes, Totu.
Can Linian even ride horses?
Right, that's also a problem.
Why wouldn't you be able to ride horses?
Because I'm tiny.
Because you're what?
Tiny.
I would just assume that someone would almost like you would ride with a child. Or you could buy a pony.
Well, Ray's had experience riding horses before, so you could ride with him.
Yay! Like I wasn't doing that already.
Why would a Leonin not be able to ride a horse?
We're faster on our 4 legs.
Oh yes,
I would
allow me
Doesn't
to run for 5 days straight.
I mean, doesn't assume. Yeah, I was going to say that you would want to do that,
True.
because also to do that, I'm fairly certain you'd need to like remove your armor.
It's not all that much armor,
I
but
don't
okay.
have any armor.
You have a point. You have a
It-
point.
It would probably like the only time I can assume that would be better is if you were needing to get somewhere quicker than someone on horseback.
Horses, then. We need to find a stable. We need to see how much it is.
If we can even afford it.
I don't need you to.
You would probably need to head towards the shopping district.
And then we will head to the shopping district.
Okay. As you walked through the shopping district and sort of towards it, you notice that the crowds thin out slightly. They're not as heavy as they were in the guild area and in the square of temples. The buildings look much nicer from the front, assuming this is to keep up appearance for the shops to entice customers in. As you're walking down this sort of cobbled lane, on either side, the shops sort of encroach slightly with their windows onto the pathway, almost funneling people into a thinner channel. You would assume this is why it's not as busy. There are different shops that you pass, each with signs hanging above them. From what you can make out, there are things like tailors, smiths, there are musical instrument shops, there are weapon shops, there are armor shops. You don't see any potion or magic shops. You do see a couple of bookshops. And towards the very end, you see a sign hanging above a large building that you would assume is the stables.
Yep. And then we will head in that direction.
You reach the stables and your suspicions are confirmed. It is indeed a stables. It has an open front where you can see a few horses in pens. A human walks over to you and, "Good day. How may I be of assistance?"
How many horses do we choose?
We are looking to rent horses.
Yeah.
I see. For how long?
While
4 days.
4 days only.
He looks very confused when Totu's like a while. He's just sort of like,
We're planning on going to the city ruins and then back.
A day's travel. There. Another day back. 2 days.
I mean,
then.
including rests. Yeah, realistically, a day.
Yeah.
So 2 days spent traveling leaves 2 days to complete everything we were planning to do. Plenty of time, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And what type of horse do you require?
I'll just piggyback on someone else's horse.
3 large
Uh,
and 1 smaller.
large one where I can ride on?
He sort of nods and almost has a look on his face of like, yes, because he wouldn't have sold you a horse that you couldn't ride on, or rented you a horse that you couldn't ride on. Simply just because that would be non-profitable for him. Might be hysterical when he brings out a Shetland pony for someone who's like 7'7". It'd literally be no point to him. "Yeah, okay, I may as well just walk." But yeah, he would find you a suitable horse. I think he more meant like I think he more meant like, uh, do you want it for like farm work? Do you want it for like speed? Do you want it to be like an agile horse? Like basically what do you need them for?
Travel.
Travel.
Horses
We need.
for traveling.
Yes, we need them for travels.
Speed is preferable. Endurance is important. Is more important.
Costs are also important.
What's important, sorry?
Money.
Money, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cost.
Well, I
He
assumed the rather generous Leonin here would be paying for it.
If I'm not paying for it, cost is not a problem. At least not my problem.
Okay. He looks at you and leads you to a stable that contains 4 horses. These are the best for travel. They have an admirable speed and a very good endurance. A single horse would cost you 3 gold per day.
Okay.
That is also including all of its tack.
What?
The stuff you need to ride a horse.
Oh.
Like the saddle, the bridle, the reins,
Okay. So.
the undersaddle
We could
blanket
probably do
thing.
with 3 horses if Radel he can fit someone else.
You would still need 4 horses. You, Radel, Tior, Zion.
Radel can also fit with someone else probably.
I may be small, but I'm still 4 foot.
That's a child.
So I'm not 4 foot. I'm 3'8".
Even more child.
Call him short, and you will not like what happens.
I suppose
Does it involve fire?
Efficient size.
I suppose it would come down to Radel's dignity as to whether they would wish to ride on a horse with someone else.
No.
Zion looks very excited. Would you like to ride with me?
Ray glares.
Zion deflates and kind of goes back to Tior again.
No.
If it helps with your pride, you can ride the horse and someone else is, like you sit on the front of the horse and ride the horse while someone else sits in the middle.
Are you sure? Are you certain this orc understands what a horse is?
I mean, I would assume so.
Yes.
So 4 horses,
Yes.
4 horses.
3 gold per day over 4 days. So 12 gold for 1 horse, 48 gold.
Okay.
Actually,
And I will pay for it. For all of them. I
Okay.
do not know.
I feel like at this point the party has essentially become like Tior is the sugar daddy of the party.
Yes.
Just like, oh, it's going to cost us this much. It's fine. Here you go. Oh, it's going to cost this. It's all right. I'll cover it. Don't worry.
I mean, basically.
Just point me in the direction of them rich people. Turn it into some like fucking racketeering ring by employing the other party members to bring you suitable company.
I love it. I love it.
On their backs, they have to be lawful evil, DM.
They have to be lawful evil.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Why?
Just sleep
That's what they rolled.
dictators.
Wait, Tior is lawful evil?
No.
Or they can
The
only
people that
seduce lawful evil people?
Yes.
The people that in the past have been lawfully evil. So each town that they go to.
Just this the DM has to come up with a lawful evil character for TR to seduce every
I don't
town
think that's the
they go
worst
to.
part. The bit I'm just really curious, how do you seduce someone who's lawful evil?
Magic.
Come back to my house, we can kill the city guard.
Come back to my house. We can burn a house down.
Yeah, like, what's the small talk like in that situation, you know?
Come to my house. We can burn it down.
Just so, committed any good crimes recently?
So, what's your best prison experience?
I saw someone litter. They are now dead.
So, basically, you hunt down lawful evil people, seduce them, take their money,
And then fuck off.
and then hope that they don't later on hunt you down.
Well,
Yes.
Well, they like a good chase.
I end up alluring them for the night. We have a good night, whatever that ends up being, and they pay, and it's a good day the following morning.
Okay.
So both parties are quite satisfied with the arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume they are, but at the same time,
They're still lawful evil. They're going to want to take back their money.
yeah. And
Mhm.
also, like, they're going to be few and far between. And if you do end up, like, getting your party to bring them to you, like, what are you going to... You just put up posters. Committed a crime, want a good time, call me now.
Jesus Christ.
That's what they rolled for the backstory, and they got lawful evil, and we were just dying as we were putting the character sheet together.
It's definitely going to create an interesting dynamic. Could you imagine someone getting, like, arrested by the city guard, and then Tior just rolls up like, "Hi there, want to come on a date?"
Hi there.
City guard's just there like, "What are you doing? You know this guy's committed like 10 murders, right? Oh, don't. I can't wait for the first course."
My. Can't wait to increase the number.
Yeah, 10 murders, you say? Looks like my price just went up by 1,000 gold. It's 100 gold per murder.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Don't you just love us?
Oh, it's great.
I do. Yeah. You know that point where you're just like, yeah, this is absolutely amazing. And at the same time, you're like,
It was
How
literally all the dice for that, though.
that's fine. It's still just one of those things that makes you sit there and go, wow.
Magic, that's why.
Of everything that it could possibly be, and it's like, oh, I like a bad boy to the extreme that they're lawful evil. No, you can't date him. Why? He's lawful evil.
The higher he is at the watch list, the higher he is at the hotness list.
Just every month.
Wanted,
goes
dead or
to-
alive. Poster next to it. Wanted.
Just well, yeah, wanted, dead or alive, bounty of like 3 million, and then just next to it, like, can someone set me up?
What's their phone number? What are their victims' pasts? Can I pick one?
So, okay.
With another slight tangent concluded.
So, you pay for the horses. Congratulations, you now have horses.
We just bought the horses, but okay. Renting is
I don't think you could afford the horses.
fine. Maybe. Okay. We
These
rent the horses.
these specific horses are very expensive.
Okay. I might have to make passports, but okay.
We can always
He
find more suitable horses later.
Okay.
or if you get enough gold, you could always buy them later.
Okay.
That sort of broken laughter there that was a bit like a nervous giggle and then a confident like he.
Okay. Okay.
Always a little bit unsettling. Like, oh dear, what have you thought of? So, you have the horses, and I'm assuming you're ready to go.
We are. Yes.
I
We
don't
are.
have rations.
Oh, we need rations and all of the gear for traveling. Well then, looks like we need to.
You would probably need to purchase. Yeah, you'd probably need to purchase like a flint and steel for a fire. And
Do we really
you
need to,
should
though?
have rations.
Do
The
we
food
really
does need to.
flint and steel?
The food does need to be cooked.
I mean,
I would assume so.
you could get someone to use like a fire spell to do it, but
You can use
it's
my
a bit of a
boa.
waste of a spell.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Trust me.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
I just need rations.
Okay.
I've got the fire covered.
Okay.
I am
Then-
very aware of that fact.
Oh,
I
there's a
have some
story there I
rations.
am curious about.
Drogath has rations. I mean, between you could probably provide enough rations for Raidel that they don't need it to be
Do your
bought.
rations happen to consist of crickets and cockroaches?
Oh no.
No. No, not
Do
for
you
us.
just
You can
eat,
find them on the way.
do you just
Bugs.
eat bugs?
Yes, I am a bat.
You're an insectivore.
Yes.
Cool. You
Can't you just
probably
hunt?
the reason you probably I was gonna say the reason you probably don't have rations is because logically,
The reason you don't have
how
rations is because you can just
difficult
find
is
them.
it? Yeah, how difficult is it to find bugs?
Well, very difficult.
Just get
Wow! It
just get
depends on your
Totu to tell a
backstory.
just get Totu
Oh,
to tell a joke.
Yeah, just get Toto to do it.
No, get Totu to tell a joke. Trust me.
No. Yeah.
I like how we collectively went no.
But yeah, like you wouldn't need rations if you're an insectivore.
I just thought it would be better to establish it at the start of the campaign.
Yeah,
Oh.
you could just turn over a rock and you've pretty much got a 3-course meal. You know, lift up a bit of dead tree and fucking feast for hours.
I want to see the party's faces the first time I do that.
Probably something along the lines of like,
Huh.
or
Huh.
other ones just like, are they eating? Yeah, they're eating bugs. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you wouldn't need rations. Like, bugs are everywhere.
Cool.
And if you are strictly only bugs, you don't eat like any fruit, veg, or anything else, you're not going to need rations. You'll need water, but each of you should start with a water skin anyway, which you will need to refill every 2 days, by the way.
Okay.
You can purchase larger water skins or additional water skins if you wish.
I do not wish currently. Thank you very much.
It's fine. Totu's that small that a 2-day water skin would probably be like a fucking fountain.
You can swim in it.
No, die.
You can literally fit in a bag of holding.
Excuse me, what? Huh?
You are small enough that they could literally open the bag of holding and just.
It's very easy to smuggle you across a border.
Mhm.
Well, except the glowing part.
Except the what?
Did I forget to mention that?
Yes, you did.
Oh dear.
You glow.
Yes, he
5 feet
does.
and it's dim light.
That's a shame.
I
Because
can't beat the
I can
car-
just
I
I can
can't
just
beat the
imagine. Hang on.
party's
I can
personal
just
torch.
imagine. Basically, them being put in a bag of holding. Someone opening the bag of holding. No,
Sadly, no, I cannot. I cannot make it.
just me. Oh my god, I can just see spots in my vision now. Staring into a torch is not a good idea.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they said the glasses were anti-glare, but
Are
I can just see
you?
spots.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I wonder why. You should laser pointer.
Funny thing is, I'd be the sort of person who'd be like, "Oh, look at this laser." I'd be like, "Yeah." And like 2 days later, I'd be like, "By the way, I'm blind."
No.
The spots never disappeared.
No.
The spots shall always remain.
No, I'm not stupid enough to stare into a laser.
Oh,
Apparently,
God,
I'm
no.
stupid enough to stare into a torch, though. But yeah, like you can get water flasks that hold more, although 90% of the time you're probably going to come across something where you can get water from that is a fresh water source.
I would hope so, because
There aren't
we're
really a lot of dirty water sources unless it's in like the middle of a fucking shitty field.
ew.
Then it's probably not going to be so fresh,
No.
which I think is completely understandable. So, are you don't need to buy rations.
No.
What is the plan then? Are you heading off to the city?
Yep.
Yes, I would like to explore
Yeah.
the city, please.
Okay. You are gonna have to stop at sort of midday traveling so that you can rest to have like your middle of the day meal and such, and give the horses a short break. You find yourselves sat near some long grass, and from within the long grass, you just hear and then a few moments later another. Apparently, there are ducks nearby.
No. I think there's quackers. That definitely
Someone
sounds
said
like
they
quack.
needed more food.
Don't think anyone said they needed more food.
Well,
I guess
it
I'm
was
going
soft.
hunting.
Do you need food? I thought we had food.
I have
Do we
food.
have enough?
I'm sure we have plenty. We should probably leave the poor ducks alone.
Okay, no hunting.
The duckies
For
are
now.
fine.
Why should we leave the ducks alone?
Because the duckies are fine and it's okay.
Okay, no hunting. I will not hunt the duck.
Oh,
Having
maybe fine if we
stopped the party from hunting the ducks, glances at Totu, Ray would go off in search of the ducks.
Okay. Roll me a nature and investigation check to find the ducks.
Well, nature's a nat 1.
Oh my god.
I think I'll go back to rolling with the computer.
I think Toto is going to go look for the duckies.
So I didn't quite hear that. What did you say?
Totu's gone to look for the ducks too.
I'm also going to look for the ducks.
Do we want to look for the duck?
I want
Why
to
not?
duckies.
Okay, then we will go duck searching. Let me see.
Are you just
What is up
doing
with
that
my
every time we say the
rolls?
word?
They're horrible.
What was your roll?
No, I just mean this entire
Oh,
campaign. I don't think I've rolled above a 10.
I don't know.
I forgot.
What did you need to roll? Nature and
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, nature. That's in.
a 6 and a 7.
I need to roll the second one. Hold on.
Roll to first one's going to be. The first one is going to be nature. The second one is intelligence, is an investigation. Boom.
Um.
I forget to do the added
Okay.
things. Hold on,
So
let me do the things. What are the added things? Hold on. Investigation is +2. Nature is +4. Ooh.
I think you
What?
might want to change that C there.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned by that.
What? What happened?
Just, it's fine, nothing.
Okay.
Much better.
Good lord.
Okay. Sure.
At least you
It
rolled a
wouldn't-
19.
Yeah.
What?
Right. It wouldn't let me delete it at first either. I'm like, why?
Live with your sin.
Um,
There, I corrected.
so you all go looking
Wait.
for the ducks.
You're just like every single time we say the word.
What
Oh,
word?
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to let you play the sound.
Ducks.
Okay. Only one of you finds them, and they are just sat quite happily near a very. I mean, it's not even like a pond. It's basically just a big puddle. Just happily sat there between each other.
Ducky. Ducky, 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 ducky.
Um, Everyone else.
I eat them.
Roll me an investigation to find them.
But I assume I still hear the ducks.
Yeah, you can still hear the ducks, but you just don't find anything aside
Oh look,
from.
I find them.
Congratulations, you have yourself a nice little lunch of grasshoppers or crickets or katydids or whatever they are in that region.
Yeah, you have food. You have consumed.
Okay.
What?
Hmm?
Well, I gotta eat at some point.
Yes.
Yeah. You have successfully done so. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well,
You spend an hour and a half looking for the ducks.
Mm.
Um, Zion, you find them. You can point them out to everyone else if you wish.
I would. Yeah.
Ducky.
Very excited. Look, guys, here are the ducks. And he's just pointing excitedly. And, like, his tail is wagging.
Tail wagging in terms of
I would
towards
like to
Zion.
make a quick sketch of the ducks.
Roll me a
Tail wagging in
performance
terms of
check.
between Toto and Zion.
What is my performance?
It's charisma.
I know it's charisma.
Then simply get better.
Drogoth,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and intimidate the duck.
What?
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 Why?
What did the
Why
duck
do you want to
do?
intimidate the duck? The duck has done nothing
I
to
just
you.
go over to the duck and just scream at the duck.
This is screaming. Does that. How loud are you screaming?
Loud.
Oh no. Please. How loud are you
I am a
screaming?
bat.
How loud is
Oh.
loud?
Just normal loud.
You said loud.
Yeah, loud. Just like I scream.
Scream.
Um, the
I'm going
duck
to.
just screams back at you.
Get shit on.
I don't know if I can elongate the. Hang on. No. It just literally screams back at you. Just like one very long, very loud.
Ray clutches his ears in pain.
Oh no.
Apologies.
Zion's
Which is
gonna move over
probably
to
why his picture is so bad.
Zion's gonna move over to Ray and kind of put a hand on either side.
Hug.
It's okay.
Ray flinches away.
Hey, hug.
I keep observing the duck from nearby.
Duck doesn't do a lot.
Is there anything else for us to do here besides looking at the animals?
Not really. But it's just there happen to be ducks nearby.
Definitely not
Cute little ducks that got
favoritism
shouted at.
or anything.
Ray gets up to go back to the horses. I suggest we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
And we will go.
Okay.
Can I fit on my horse?
Can you fit on your horse?
I'm
How
very
did
tall.
you get here in the first place?
I'm very tall.
How did you get here in the first place?
I did specify that
Oh, true.
the horses would be the right size for you.
Okay.
And no more ducks.
So the ducks. The ducks are gone. Okay.
Is that just for the remainder of
It's
the
just a duck
session,
that's going
the
to be following us. It's
campaign,
fine.
forever?
Who knows?
Take one as a
You
pet.
You get back on your horses and you make your way to the city ruins.
With a duck.
Excuse me? Hijacking my sounds?
No, the thing is, I was going to play it like for no reason at all, but it just was perfect timing with your.
I was literally about to press it and then I heard it and I was like, what? Someone's become far too comfortable.
I'm sorry.
Do I need to change this to the ominous red lighting?
No, it was literally just unfortunate timing. I swear to God, it was just timing. It wasn't on purpose.
Two get inexplicable shivers down their back for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
All of the characters just suddenly like, "Ooh."
The chilly breeze.
Keeping my eye on you.
Sorry, I swear it wasn't on purpose. I was literally going to play random and then Tior said duck, and then I played it. There we go.
I think the DM had the last quack there.
Yes.
I'm dying now.
Yeah, you reach the edge of the city ruins. You can either enter and explore, or you can search for survivors, or you can look for some blue star flowers.
I want to look for flowers. Answer.
I look for non-survivors.
I'm
What
going
the
to
fuck?
look for survivors.
We'll look for survivors.
We'll look for survivors.
No, you can look for the
Um,
flowers.
What?
You can look for the flowers.
Can't we just do it all?
Is it okay if I don't know?
Well, we need to complete that part of the quest anyway. So I don't see the problem in you looking for the flowers.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's
I
my quest.
You if you'd rather not going alone.
No. It's just I feel bad.
Okay.
I just
Um,
feel bad.
It's all right, Totu.
Okay.
Okay.
Flower time.
So, you can go look for the flowers, Totu. It will be a nature and an investigation. Those who are looking for survivors, I will need a perception and investigation. And Drogath, I'll need medicine and perception.
Is the perception sight or sound?
I'm just looking for them. I'm not going to do anything with them yet.
You don't need to do anything with them, but you'd at least need to be able to tell if they are alive or not, which is why it's a medicine.
18 nature, 7 investigation.
Radel, it's sight.
Damn. What was the other one? Perception and...
Investigation.
Right, I'll roll investigation first.
And mine was perception and medicine.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, you are.
Oh, I forgot to add the
Oh,
pluses.
not 20 investigation.
What
Net
the hell?
20 perception and an 8 in medicine.
Oh wow.
I'll roll
3
a
nat 20s.
Mm.
I mean, you're lucky that your medicine check didn't need to be good, because it's fairly easy to tell if someone is dead, but you still need to be able to tell that someone is dead. What the fuck is that?
My sight.
What's up with the scratched out 13?
I have
Keep
disadvantage.
lowest one.
You have
Because
disadvantage.
I'm blind as a bat.
Literally.
It's actually a very common misconception.
I know, that's why I only have disadvantage and I'm not completely blind.
That would be funny.
I'm only
Permanently
blind.
blind.
I'm deaf.
So you find a group of survivors. Drogoth, there's a lot of dead bodies. And Totu,
18 nature, 7 investigation.
you find a couple of the flowers, but you're not sure if they're the ones you're actually looking for.
18 nature. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was the investigation that let you down.
Ah, damn. Oh.
Okay.
Can I see what caused all the dead bodies?
I mean, from a glance, swords, spears, arrows, fire.
Fire!
I try and see if anyone is still here, which might have caused all the dead people.
Doesn't look like it. Those with the survivors, what do you wish to do?
I want to know what race they are.
Mostly human.
Are there any elves?
Yes.
I will not approach. I'm going to go off in search of Totu.
Okay. Tior, Zion.
I was just gonna look around. I wasn't really looking for the survivors.
Okay.
Poor survivor.
Oh my god.
Tior.
I will try to help them in some way. I'm not really sure how I would go about it. But I'm not the best with
I'm
healing.
assuming you mean help the survivors in some way.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any medical history?
It depends.
Oh
It
no.
depends on what. Oh no!
I
Please
am
don't
fairly
answer.
certain the answer to this is no.
I know
Then-
someone who has a medical history.
I wonder who. Mm-hmm.
so I can't help them, basically.
I'm my
you could try, but you might do more damage than good.
And I will not try to help. I don't want to kill anyone.
Basic bandaging shouldn't be too harmful.
I am
Do
a 7,
you
and
have bandages?
No.
I don't think we do.
No.
I have a component pouch. Is one of the components bandage.
What's it a component pouch for?
Spells that I don't have access to yet.
Then no, it would not contain bandages.
Damn.
I mean, think about that logically, really.
I know. It was a joke. I wasn't
Um,
expecting the answer to be yes. I'm
Rogoth,
not even there.
what are you doing now?
Not much. Just looking around.
Not doing the fucking quest.
You look around and you can see that the city is in ruin.
Congratulations.
It looks like it has been for a very, very long time.
Can I take a gander at the dead bodies?
Go for it.
Okay.
Are you looking for like anything in particular?
Any valuables? Anything I can learn from them?
Roll an investigation check.
Maybe I'll take a finger or two.
What the fuck?
We have a necromancer.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot that's your thing.
Oh dear, we have no Darvasa, and yet we have both parts of Darvasa.
Oh god, yeah we do. Fuck. Oh dear.
You said investigation, DM?
Yeah, please.
Is Rachel with Toto now?
I asked one of the living bodies what happened.
I thought you weren't with the survivors.
I'm assuming he made his way to them.
Fair
Yes.
It's not really like they're a long distance from each of you.
enough.
You come across an old man, and what do you ask him?
Why are there so many dead here?
He responds, he, poor raiders came through,
Do you have a broken jaw or something?
and they raped and killed most of us.
I walked to a different person
Okay.
and asked the same thing.
Well, you see, the poor raiders came through, and they removed our tongues,
Dear.
and then killed the rest of our party.
Is there anyone here
I
who
do
is
believe
still
orcs
capable of
took their
speaking?
tongues.
that would be, yes. I think they did take
Yes.
their time.
I
That's
think they
something,
did.
yeah. That had to be painful. I am so sorry you had to go through that.
Well, can I approach a human that is not an elf?
So I didn't quite catch that.
Can I approach a human that's not near an elf? I assume Totu isn't far away from the group.
I'm sure we'll learn what this thing with elves is, but at the moment I'm kind of like,
Did you not
Don't
see
worry
it?
about it. It's fine. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
sent
fine.
you my character sheet.
I know. I didn't really read all that much into the actual characters. I literally
Ah,
just skimmed to make sure they weren't OP.
Oh, fine.
you can basically read Ray's backstory, and you'll also read
But the
Tochi's
I
at the same time. So,
but the idea is that I don't really know about your characters.
Yeah, no,
mm,
I
So
understand.
that as we journey, what you reveal about your characters is new to me as it is to the other players.
that's fun.
The only part I really need to know is any prominent locations so that I can place them onto the map. Aside from that, I don't need to know anything else. Not in like a bad, I don't care about it. More in like a this way everything's as a surprise to me as it is to everyone else. I just think it's more amusing.
That it is.
But yes, assuming Totu is not far away from the group, Ray would approach a human that's not near an elf and
Okay,
hand them a piece of charcoal and a piece of paper, parchment,
okay.
and ask them to explain what happened.
He just looks at you, looks down at the paper and the charcoal, looks back at you and just
You don't
Pictures
know
are
the
fine.
way.
shrugs.
Pictures are fine.
He draws a couple of stick people, one of them with swords.
Wow, so explainative. Thank you.
I hand this sorry, Drogath and say, "There, your answer."
I saw, and this was obvious that this happened.
Well, wait.
They were people and they had weapons.
How many flowers do I need, by the way, for the
10.
quest? How many do I have currently?
4, but you're not sure if they're the right flowers.
Can I look for more?
You can, that would be another nature and investigation.
Oh, lovely.
Does anyone else wish to do anything else while we're here?
I love my role, Smile.
I can help search for the flowers, I guess,
So
since I can't really help heal people or
that's a
any medical thing.
that's a 22 nature and a 5 investigation.
I know.
Oh,
You're pretty sure that the flowers are the right ones that you've got. You only find one other flower.
Hooray.
I grab a handful of flowers and ask, are these the correct ones?
Can I see if they're the correct ones?
Nature check.
In the meantime, can I heal the humans in the group?
You have healing magic.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
There are 3 flowers that are correct in the bunch that Drogath picked.
These three are. Thank you.
Um,
Can I
Frey,
compare the correct ones to other and try and search more of those?
you can, but there are flowers of very, very similar color here. So you might think they are correct, but they might not be.
Okay, that's fine.
You'd have to roll a perception and investigation. Radel, how many people are you healing?
All the humans.
Okay. Congratulations, the humans are healed.
14 perception and 2 investigation.
You can sort of tell the difference between some of the flowers, but not massively. You do, however, only manage to find one other flower that you know for a fact is the correct flower.
I give that flower to Toto.
Thank you. Again.
I hope you're keeping track of how many flowers you have.
8.
Okay, 2 more. Yeah, Radel, all the humans are healed.
Wait. Is it 8 or 9? Wait, okay, so I had 4, then one more, then 3 from Dragoth, then one more. Okay, so 9.
So you only need one more then, right?
They do.
I would mind having one for myself.
So 2 more.
But no. We don't
Wait,
need to
are
find
your
one.
numbers?
Okay. Radel, what do you want to do now you've healed all the humans? As I'm assuming there was a point to that.
Yes, ask them one more time. Could you repeat for me one more time exactly what happened? Slowly.
A band of orc raiders passed through this area. They were with some pirates, and they killed our convoy.
Oh dear.
And those of us that remained, they cut out our tongues.
Uh,
Ray sits there thinking for a while before saying thank you, more as an afterthought.
mm,
Right.
He would then leave.
Okay.
But yet
Tior, Zion, Tior, you find the final flower.
yay.
This
Zion, what are you doing?
flower.
I was assuming he's still looking at the bodies, even though he's not really finding anything.
Okay.
DM. Does he
Yeah.
find at least 2?
No, he finds 1.
No,
Okay. That's okay. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Drogoth?
I'm no longer looking for flowers. I just have nothing more to do here.
Okay.
The quest said for us to look for survivors or to rescue survivors.
Said to search for survivors.
We
Okay.
can we bury the bodies
You
or
can.
burn the bodies? Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay.
All right, for sickness. Ray, have fun.
Are you burning or burying?
Mm, can we? Well, I guess. Oh,
How many bodies are there?
Ray pays very close attention to this answer.
How many bodies are there? There must be a lot, right?
there
There's
have.
like 30 of them.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
going to be digging for
Eh,
hours.
maybe it's best to just let Ray do their thing.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Okay, then Ray can do it.
do you?
Ray can do it.
In which case,
So have
Ray is
fun.
going to ask for help gathering the bodies into a pile.
That
I'll
I can help
help.
with.
But this is
I'll
perfect.
help throwing the bodies onto a pile.
Actually, no, I don't help. We have 3 giants to do that for me.
But the
Um,
research.
Whoever is helping, please roll a strength check.
Yeah, that's exactly why I
Wait,
said it not help, and also because bodies.
Also, because you physically wouldn't be able to pick one up at 2'2".
Yeah, that too.
16.
Okay.
Zion are focused on the fact that his research is being piled.
Okay.
Zion.
But
I will keep one body so you can look at it. Yes? How does that sound?
fine.
One body? Okay, for one
Creepy as fuck.
body.
Okay. You manage to pile all of the bodies together aside from one which is kept to a side for Zion.
Yes.
In which case, Ray is going to mutter a short prayer to Darvasa
Okay.
before casting Firebolt at the pile. And
There
watch
is
it
a
burn.
sort of like a whooshing sound as the bodies just go up.
Yeah, I'm not looking at that.
This is the point where we will draw session 1 to a close
Oh.
because you'll be making camp as it is the end of the first day.
Oh look, we've already got a bonfire.
No, 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 we don't. No, we don't.
We do.
We
To be
technically
fair,
do.
30 bodies, that will burn for a while.
yeah, I was
we
gonna say
don't.
it'd make a really good campfire. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going
Ray
to.
would be quite happy.
I sit at the campfire.
I don't
I'm just
sit
gonna
at the
toast me marshmallows
campfire.
over these bodies.
I don't sit over the fire. Thank you very much.
That smoky human taste.
Oh no!
Ew, please get me out of this situation. Heart emoji.
Okay.
That was so fun.
So that's why we'll draw the session to a close. What a great start to a campaign.
To be clear, I am not on that campfire.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Yeah, we'll draw it to
That
a
was
close here.
awesome.
Does anyone have any questions?
Why?
Why what?
Just why? Why the bonfire corpses?
Well,
Or
we needed to
what's
make sure that
on
they weren't.
fire? I know,
Wait,
it's just why the rest?
Because
well,
why not?
Fair enough. It was a rhetorical question
Because
more than
this
an
is
actual question.
because this is what happens apparently.
Fuck
this
up.
was this was so fun though. I loved it.
Oh, there will be plenty more where that came from. I can assure you that.
I can
Oh.
also assure you that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. Any other questions? Okay. We will